My name is Matt Rich. I'm the senior pastor here at Unity Presbyterian Church, and I want to welcome you to this week's edition of Life Together. This coming Sunday is June the 30th, and we hope that you'll come and join us and be a part of all that God is doing here at Unity Presbyterian Church. We'll worship at 8:45 and 11 o'clock here in the sanctuary. You can also find us online at Facebook, on YouTube, and on the church website if you're unable to be with us here in person. We're continuing with our June and July worship series. We lift our song about Unity's favorite hymns and the scriptures that go along with them. This week we are pairing the hymn Lift High the Cross with 1 Corinthians chapter 2, where Paul says he has come not to proclaim the gospel with eloquence and with wisdom, but to proclaim simply Christ and Christ crucified. What does that mean for us in terms of our proclamation? What does it mean to live as we lift high the cross as part of the central things that we do as the people of God? We're going to come and think about that together. In many ways, it's related also to our baptism. So we'll be thinking about that together on Sunday as well. This Sunday as well at the 8:45 service, we'll be praying for our young people, our older elementary youth, and some of their adults as they are setting off for a week of Passport Camp. It's a wonderful worship and fellowship and education experience for them up at Montreat, and we'll be surrounding them with our prayers at the 8:45 service. So come and join us and be a part of that as well. This is also the last Sunday of our all-church faith formation, Mr. Rogers neighborhood in the fellowship hall at 10 a.m. So do come and join us to be a part of that time. It's been a marvelous exploration. What does it mean to be neighbors? What does it mean to learn from and encounter God in those who are similar and different from us, all worthy of God's grace and God's care? So we'll be thinking about that, bringing that series to a close this Sunday. If you've missed the previous weeks, don't worry. Come and be a part of this Sunday morning, 10 a.m. in the church fellowship hall. It's also June 30th, which is the last day of our Unity's fiscal year. And so if you have not yet fulfilled your pledge for the 23-24 budget year, then this is the week to do it. So I want to just encourage you to continue your faithful giving and thank you as a congregation for your amazing generosity that has allowed us to do such wonderful ministry together this year. This coming Sunday is also the last day to submit your new photo. Check your information for the church directory. If you have questions about either one of those, please do reach out to Anissa Lee or to Pastor Molly, that they can help you with making sure all of that is up to date. So be sure that as we share this good news of who God is and what God's doing in our midst, we also connect with one another in ways that bring faith, hope, love, and joy. So be sure that you're a part of doing that with the updated church directory as well. Looking ahead to July, we have many things in store for July. The biggest is just a reminder that in the month of July, for Change for the Church, we are going to have a single worship service. So 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, each Sunday in July, we will worship at 10 o'clock here in the sanctuary. No 8:45 service, no 11 o'clock service, no faith formation in between. All of us will be gathered together 10 o'clock for worship on Sunday mornings in July. So do come and join us for that time of worship together. We're excited about the ways in which that will bring us together as a congregation across our services in ways that will bring exciting life and opportunity for us to engage in fellowship and worship together. So join us every Sunday in July, 10 a.m. For worship here in the sanctuary. That also includes our casual dress. You are always welcome to come to worship however you may be dressed. But in the month of July, we do as a congregation tend to live more into casual dress. You'll see no robes and things from clergy and pastors in the chancel, choir as well. And many folks just sort of live into that casual dress for worship during the month of July. Also for Change for the Church in July, we do have that special offering that supports the Foundation for Fort Mill Schools Classroom Ready program and the Children's Nutrition program in Haiti. So look for more information about that as well. All of those come together for Change for the Church for us here at Unity in July. Speaking one more thing about July is that on July the 7th, first Sunday, July, we will have a congregational meeting immediately following that 10 a.m. service to elect a member of the ruling elder for the class of 2025 on the session. We have unfortunately had a resignation in the session, and the nominating committee will be nominating someone to fill that place. So be sure to come and be a part of that service as well. It should be a very brief meeting, but an important one. So do come and be a part of that congregational meeting on July the 7th, immediately after worship. One more thing is that our Presbyterian Church USA General Assembly is beginning to meet this week. Online committee meetings and then in-person meeting that will happen next week in Salt Lake City. And one of our own youth, Meredith Welfare, is serving this year as a young adult advisory delegate from Providence Presbytery. So participating in the General Assembly this year. So I ask you just to pray for Meredith, pray for all those as who are gathered to be a part of doing this work of the church, and that the Holy Spirit may truly draw us together in ways of faith and hope and even greater faithfulness to God's call to us. So surround those folks with our prayers. We'll look forward to a later time in July where we'll have a chance to hear from Meredith's experience and also to think a little bit about any decisions that might have been made at the General Assembly as well. My friends, God bless you. Have a wonderful week. Try to avoid the heat the best that you can, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.